Namaskar. Welcome to Daily Yoga with Satvik Yogi. Friends, today I thought of sharing the clothing that you would wear for yoga practices. Now, tell me how many of you have already bought your branded yoga pants and yoga shirts, yoga clothes from the branded companies. Yes, most of us are highly influenced by the marketing strategies by the companies. But to be very honest, you don't have to. Yoga is a practice, and you don't have to have tons of things branded or non-branded materials to practice yoga. How I have learned to practice yoga right from my early childhood years, right in the school, that we were to just wear comfortable clothes as long as it is made of cotton, pure cotton. And also, another point to be kept in mind is the clothing has to be loose, not tight, but loose. Loose, that's because there are breathing practices, breathing techniques, body you know, extends, distends, expands, um, then contracts, also flex, stretches. So, in other words, the body itself should have ample space, ample room to relax, stretch, expand, and then through its elasticity, just come back. So it should not be restricted. The movements should not be restricted due to the clothing. Yes, of course, I love to wear cotton clothes. However, this is a linen that it's very loose. It's a loose pant that I'm wearing, and it doesn't matter the color you choose, but I like to just for my own sense of equanimity, sense of peace, happiness, and serendipity feeling. I just like to wear light shade clothings. The what is most important is that you find time, you find a place clean enough, or you just clean that space and you practice yoga. Like the um, first yoga sutra, Yog Sutra, from Patanjali Yog Sutra, which says that Atha Yoganushasanam, which means it's time for yoga. So practice yoga now. That is all it says. But just keeping these things in mind, that what am I wearing? Am I wearing the clothing that is too tight? That may restrict my body movements and the flow that I will be in. Will it be restricting or constricting? So, keeping these things in mind, just practice yoga. So, today, since we are talking about clothing, we would just, again, I cannot emphasize enough on the right practice, learning and practicing the right way to right method of breathing. What is right method? Is just being aware of your breath. And how can we develop the awareness, be more aware of our breath, is simply by practicing. So I would like you to sit in a meditative pose And it could be anything, the comfort pose or the Sukhasan, or you can simply just be in your favorite meditative pose and palms facing up, either on your knees or your thighs. I like to place my palms on my thighs. My chest gets an opportunity to expand, and hence, of course, lungs expands, gets an opportunity to expand to its fullest. So placing your palms on your thighs facing up, just be with yourself. Make sure your chin is slightly tucked in and your back and spine is straight. Just breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. So, as you breathe in, you are developing a sense of awareness if you notice the body movements. So, as you breathe in, your belly area or your navel region, it expands. And as you breathe out, it contracts, it distends. So, that is the first step of learning to be aware of your breath by using, okay, I'm using diaphragmatic muscles right now. So, this respiratory muscle, diaphragmatic muscle, are in action. And I'm breathing in. When I breathe in, take in the oxygen, and my body is filled up with oxygen, and now it extends. And as I breathe out, it distends. As I breathe out, exhale carbon dioxide. So that practice helps in becoming more aware of the body movement as to what is happening, how breathing is helping us, and how, which um, respiratory muscle we are using. So let's do this. But I would definitely like to read your comment as well. Hi, Didi. My cousin is fine. Very nice. Breathe in, breathe out. Absolutely. So good to know that your cousin is doing fine. Very nice. And it's Mahashivratri in India, right? Everywhere around the world, it's Mahashivratri. So I believe there's a lot of action going on in India, and all the temples are crowded since early morning hours. So, yes, very nice. So, every time I know we are also celebrating Mahashivratri here. So, once again, since this is a very special day. Okay, very good. I just hope your cousin feels better, and your cousin does follow the doctor's prescribed treatment and medication. Hmm. So, and I can only say that if she does it, and ask her to, as per doctor's instruction, if she can keep um, her mind, her body active, she should get better soon. It's so good to know that she's doing fine now. Very nice. So here I am, like I said, this loose clothing that I like to wear. Sometimes when I'm on my hike, that I'm in my hiking clothing, which sometimes are not loose enough, but also the material that my certain clothings are made of gives me ample room to, when I practice yoga, gives me ample room to have my body movement go without restriction. So I make sure in my clothing, and that is exactly what I would suggest you do as well, making sure. But I always make sure that my body is covered with cotton. I try, it's pure cotton. There's no mixed blend or anything, no synthetic, nothing, but it is cotton. So if we can make sure our what our fabric is made of, it's very important. We just go to the store and buy our clothing, but do we really know what it is made of and how it is made? So of course, handloom is I prefer handloom fabric, and also helping artisans. Uh, so this is good, good, good. That's very nice. So good to know. This is very nice. I just hope that I can that one day I'll be able to see your cousin also with you in Renil. That is, let's hope for the best. So, anyhow, this breathing is awareness. Breathing with awareness is simply yogic breathing. Now, as we practice breathe in, breathe out, the breathing cycle, as we practice and we become more aware of our breath, that we move on to the next step, which is trying to equalize our breath, trying to equalize our breath with counts. So, how we can do it is thank you, Indranil. So, how you equalize you with counts, the number of counts in breathing in or inhalation equals the number of counts while exhaling. So you would do that. Let's do it few times. Let's do it. And now let's count. So there's a technique in counting also. Just not counting random numbers. Um, I learned if you count like this, you can have your own ways, but this is how I count: 1001, 1002, 1003. So 1000, that's the amount of time um, it would require for the next second to come in. So I would count to 3, and I'll also equalize my exhalation with the same amount of counting during inhalation. So let me do it 3 times. So that was 3 counts and equalizing the breath. Once you have worked, once you have got the practice of number one, yogic breathing, that is breathing with awareness, and you have been able to equalize and increasing the number, um, then the next step is, you know what, the most important step, and that is exhaling more than you are inhaling in one breath cycle. So, in every breath cycle, a breath cycle is the breathing in and the breathing out. This is one breath cycle. So in this breath cycle, the third step, which is increasing the number of counts or doubling the number of counts in exhalation from the number of counts in inhalation. So let's do it. So first you try to inhale with 2 counts and then double the number of counts while exhaling. So 2 is easier. You can also do it with 1 and then 2, then 3. And but remember, every time the number of counts is doubling, you're doubling the number of counts of inhalation. So I'll go with 2. Let's do it few times. So what I did was I counted 2 while inhaling and I counted 4 while exhaling. So you are doubling the count. The ultimate goal is that through increasing the number of counts in exhalation, you are also slowing down with the number of counts while exhalation. So you're exhaling more and you're than what you're inhaling. So that's the goal. So let's do it again. 2 counts. So 4. So if you can practice that, but remember, you have to go in steps. And I can guarantee you that through breath practices, if you can follow these steps through this breath practice, using being aware and also using your diaphragmatic respiratory muscles, you can definitely move on to work with the other respiratory muscles, the intercostal, the clavicular muscle. You can work with other respiratory muscles, but the key is that you are aware. You are developing your awareness as you breathe in, you breathe out. So if you can follow that, you would see. I will not say anything at this point of time, but I want you to practice this, and hopefully, when we meet on March 14th, which is the first day of 100 days to the International Day of Yoga on June 21st, 2025. So, on the first day of the 100 days to IDY, that is International Day of Yoga, that we will. So, if it is, so about in 17 days, if we practice daily um, yogic breathing, then you and I together, we may see some changes in our body taking place. So, which I will share with you my side, and you will share yours. So, with that, we come wrap up today. But I would love to read your comment very soon. Oh, okay, very nice. That's such that's so she's um my best wishes, and I also pray that everything goes well for her. Ask her not to fast today, and take very good care of herself. And I'm sure there are loving relatives, loving family members, just like you, to take care. And once again, happy Mahashivratri. And let us um, end today's session with Om chanting. But before that, I would definitely like to pray with Mahamrityunjay mantra. Let's do it. Om त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ. And now let's wrap up with the most beautiful universal sound that we can produce and feel, the Om sound. Take a deep breath in, and with exhalation, you create the sound Om and feel the vibration. Om. Om. Please bring your hands in front of your chest, Hastamardhan, and rub your palms, as in Sanskrit Hastamardhan, and cup your eyes. And in the darkness, you may blink few times and then gently sliding down your cheeks, your hands back in front of your chest in Anjali Mudra. You may bow down. I am thankful for your time with me. Have a happy rest of the evening, day, wherever you are. Thank you.